Hello everyone and welcome to Control. Today we will be entering the safe room. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, we'll be entering that location here. It's not that far away, so let's just go. There are gonna be some enemies here, though. There we go, 2 dealt with. Thankfully, it is easy to deal with these guys, and we don't need to even kill all of them. Oh, here is this thing. Sealed threshold.
Great. More clocks.
Okay, so we got a sealed threshold thing to read. I'm actually gonna just check it out real quick. Let's see. Here it is. Threshold management retrospective threshold 9D. I'm gonna let you guys to read this. I believe I'm... Oh no, now I remember. I read this in one of my failed recordings. Anyway, you guys can read it yourself. And yeah, that's about it. I'm not gonna deal with that. It felt quite annoying to do it the first time. So much redacting. Unnecessary redacting, to be more specific. And here we have a saving place again. And the anchor. As you guys can notice from the last part, these are somehow altered by the his or maybe the other guy, which is supposed to be, what is it, competition to the board, I believe. Let's see. There might be some secrets here and there. For example, there was one, and I don't think we can jump high enough to get there just yet. Unless we go this way. Which we are gonna do. Let's get the boxes first before we deal with the anchor. Entropic echo and energy recovery. Nice. And here, launch efficiency. That's fine. I don't remember how to deal with this thing, but we'll do it anyway. I'm probably gonna die at one point, at least once.
The fuck is that?
How in the hell would I know that? What? Oh, now I get it. Okay then. Now I think I get it. We need to first figure out where to hit his face, I believe. Which may be this one here this time. There we go. Take the clocks. And one more would be just perfect, but I don't think we're gonna get it. There we are. Another clock. Oh yeah, that we couldn't do anyway. Okay, so it's doing it faster now. Oh no, no. Sorry, everyone. But I don't wanna deal with you guys right now. It's gonna be here in a moment anyway. Oh, are you kidding me? It tried to be a cheese ball or something. By going to the other way, rather than... There we are. How do we deal with it? Oh, it's coming up. It's coming to us. Okay then, let's deal with this thing. Let's see. Oh.
There. No wonder the Rangers had such a hard time with that one.
No kidding. But it was quite a bit easier than I was expecting. I was actually expecting way harder. But now we need to go deal with... Oh, speak to the guy... whatever his name was on Panopticon. This place. Goddammit, what was his name again? I don't remember. He was the normal guy. the only dude here that worked his way up. Aside from being given rank just because he knew the director and was brilliant enough. Anyway.
Not get blamed for this mess in the next performance review.
Yeah, it's done anyway.
I haven't. How'd it go? Where's Philip?
Philip's gone. Something happened before I could get him out.
Poor Philip. He never did like fridge duty. But if you're here, then who's watching the fridge?
The fridge is fine now. I took care of it.
You don't just take care of altered items. What did you do?
I touched it and wound up in the astral plane. This thing was in there. It was huge, had one big eye. Wasn't friendly.
We've been getting reports from the astronauts lately about something fitting that description. The astral plane is usually connected to our world through objects of power, not altered items. If this thing is linking itself to altered items, then it's clearly powerful. This may happen again.
Do you think that thing is what got Philip?
Must have been. The Panopticon is a dangerous place. The agents all know the risks. But, since you're some sort of altered item whisperer, I've got a list of others for you to corral.
Oh, thank you.
The Hiss are causing containment breaches left, right, and center. Here, start with these. I'll see if there are any others missing while you're gone. My life just got a whole lot easier.
We are gonna be dealing with them on another part.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here.
But before we go back that way, we actually did get something here as well. As you remember, I told you guys about this room, which I almost missed because, well, I tend to forget things. Anyway, here we are. Open it up, and we got a point for it as well. What exactly did we get from that? Nothing. Oh, our bag is full of mods. Let's deal with this problem then. Damage mod. Oh, no, that is good. Now we have some good pistol damage. Anyway, let's see. Rarity. Take it down. Here we go and break them down. Pretty much down to 4. There we go. And what about this thing here? Oh yeah, we can actually put another one here as well. Launch cost would be nice to get lowered. So I'll put it for now at least. And the rest of the terrible ones I can just break down. What is this thing? Oh yeah, those are just new. No, I broke one. Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, here case file as well. Let's see, anchor procedure. Oscillate anchor AI-11 UAE. UAE, goddammit. I almost say UA for whatever reason. Containment procedure. Blackrock paneling successfully prevents manifestation of the sphere. Description / altered effect. A Trotman-style anchor made of iron with a wooden stock. Surface is rusted in places. Weight 3,789 lbs. I don't know how to say that any better than that. The item generates a persistent blank sphere, the purpose of which is currently unknown. The sphere is always generated at a precise point in relation to the item. Specifically, redacted horizontal feet and redacted vertical feet from the redacted of the anchor. Appendix. Goddammit, dates are hard to say. I'm just gonna say the year. 1983, redacted Ranger First Class was dropped into the sphere wearing a diving suit with a dedicated oxygen line at redacted AM EST. After 10 minutes and 13 seconds inside the sphere, redacted oxygen line was cut at the sphere's border by an unseen force All agents in the room during Redacted's entry into the sphere experienced vomiting, vertigo, and loss of fingernails within an hour of one another. Ranger Redacted has been declared MIA, presumed dead. Okay then. And with that, we can now go talk to our brother. So let's go that way. We can't actually reach those places, I believe. And I actually, after this is done, I believe I have the DLC for this game as well. But for now, at least, we'll deal with this thing. The face of the enemy. Oh, ability points. 7 points. Nice. And we don't have enough to get the last one. We can probably... No, energy costs way too much as well. But I want energy. Anyway, Astral Construct, a quick check on it. Grip, I want it. Remote Thought, we can't do it yet. And this thing, we can't do it either, so... Might as well fast travel to Executive... whatever this thing is. Central Executive. And go deal with this thing. There is another mission that we can now do, and that we have the levitate ability without having to use our telekinesis to move stuff around. And also, this place has changed. And by the way, I meant this thing here. Old Growth. Which we are going to be doing sooner or later. But here we can talk to this guy.
Did she have to write everything in her made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall with her CIA spy shit. God. I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My own ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Hepton, Stoll, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish. And I won't let them stay hiss.
Yeah, we'll do our best, but for now at least, Blackrock.
What's the deal with Blackrock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on Blackrock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Love making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still, at least the quarry's got a good view of the night sky. You know, me and Salvador used to have after-work beers down there.
Okay. Then Darling.
What do you know about Dr. Darling?
About as much as anybody, I guess. Head of research, loves to hear himself talk. All of those science types absolutely do. Now he's been acting a little bit psycho recently. Although HR told me not to use that word, so...
Everyone thinks finding Darling will lead us to the answers. But if he's completely lost it, then what help could he be?
That is the question now, isn't it? Anyway, Rangers.
You're security, right? Do you work with Rangers?
Not often. Rangers are specially trained in threshold reconnaissance and ground zero AWE response. Security is more interested in the dangers inside the Bureau.
They must see some weird stuff out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, every week they are tackling things that were previously unknown to the human experience. Most Rangers, they retire due to cognitive collapse. I looked up the medical definition. Not fun.
Interesting. Then thresholds.
How does the Bureau handle thresholds?
Handle might be a bit of an optimistic way to put it. Marshall sends her Rangers in to map them, check growth rates, locate epicenters, take samples, measure stuff, basically.
Sounds like he's done his homework.
Now, down in maintenance, thresholds are used just like any other tool. Lab coats mine Blackrock from one, maintenance siphons water from another. We use it for pretty much everything, except drinking.
Why don't you drink it? Do I even want to know?
Yeah, a lot of time we find these little chunks in it. It's pretty gross.
I didn't want to know.
That is funny. Anyway, Marshall as the last thing.
What do you think of Marshall?
Marshall? Marshall's a fucking badass. Rangers could not ask for a better leader. She's a little, intense, but given the stuff she's seen, I'm not surprised. She does have a bad habit of disappearing, though.
Where does she go?
Last time she vanished, I did some digging into the security logs. I found camera footage of her entering the quarry. She was down there alone for days. Now, typically that's not allowed, but Marshall is kind of above the rules.
I wonder what she finds so interesting in the quarry.
Yeah, it is an interesting thing.
To go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. Don't get sloppy out there.
Anyway, television proposal. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. I'll let you guys read it. Goddammit, I'll read it. Television show proposal based on the success of American Overnight. We would like to propose the creation of a television series that presents superstition and skeptical thought as entertainment. In order to popularize these concepts among the civilian population and create less resistance to redirecting information regarding public supernatural events. We can also use a solid media outlet to test supernatural concepts on civilian audience, seeing how they react to certain facts presented as fiction in the event that the Bureau ever decides to make certain realities public knowledge. There are various show licenses that we could purchase and reboot. Rather than starting from scratch, one particular property seems promising, especially considering its content and tone are precisely what we are looking for. It's called Night Springs. There it is, the connection to Alan Wake. Finally, I've been waiting for this. And has been off the air for a few years now. Okay, so it went off air after Alan Wake. Anyway, let's go then. Upstairs first. I need to see if there is anything new around, you know. Also, what is that thing there? It's telling me to... There is something there. Anyway. There is the radio, nothing else. Aside from that. I believe I read this thing already. Pope's promotion. I don't know if I did, but I'll let you guys read it yourself. It is a... interesting thing. I'll actually read the... I'll read it, goddammit. Employee report. Review. Dr. Darling has personally recommended Miss Pope for a promotion based on her work ethics and assistance in advancing many ongoing research matters. See research report redacted for breakthrough resulting from her work. Recommendation. According to her colleagues, Pope has displayed a keen eye for detail and quick grasp of paranormal concepts. She is professional and diligent, though some of her co-workers complain of social interest. Her co-workers. Yeah. The review committee approves this recommendation and promotes Miss Pope to the position of research specialist.
Information's always been on a need-to-know basis. Well, I fucking know.
And here we have collective unconscious as well. Collective unconscious summary. Collective unconscious is defined as a form of unconscious that is shared in all human minds. From this arises unconscious knowledge linking us through our ancestral heritage. See Jung Report, page 12-34. From 12 to 34. Through this collective unconscious, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed but shift and change in tandem with our species and culture. This internal belief is the power of images. Shared by a massive population is redacted in the creation of altered items and objects of power. The sheer amount of redacted exuded is attracted to the best representation of that image, imbuing a single object with massive amounts of redacted. Theoretically, places of power could likewise be formed by the simple power of sustained collective belief. Refer to file 541-7532 for full report. Interesting. And then that's about it in this room. Let's see, and here we have a also post-it notes room.
I heard some rangers saying you saved me from maintenance.
There is a box here. Let's take it up.
Alright, a security guard leading rangers?
And here we go.
I don't know if I like
Let's see. A sticky note complaint. To whom it may concern, in case you are not aware, something caused a sticky note in my office to duplicate. My office is now unusable. I know I said it in the wrong order, but it sounds better that way. I will be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me on my cell or my home phone. Sincerely, J. Bowser, Vice Chief of Staff.
taking orders from a mall cop.
And I believe that we can't enter it just yet. And you'll know soon enough the reason, but there is still a bit more to search here.
Is the director's brother?
And this is being used as a sort of infirmary. Anything else this way? Nothing. Oh, here's a tape.
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security.
Let's see, this way would be better to listen to it.
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April, case number 21HQ593. Improper use of the jukebox altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector. It should never have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. The new location's security and proximity to a high-traffic area will prevent misuse, while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required. See me for any further details.
Yeah, we cannot see him anymore. I believe he turned into one of those his guys. Anyway, there is one more room here, which we can check out. And here we have a radio and a box. I don't think there is any documents here either, so... Oh, well, god damn it. America Overnight results. Let's see it then. The America Overnight Program. Summary. The American Overnight Program has operated successfully for redacted years. Originally designed to assist in providing disinformation to the naturally skeptical population of America. It additionally has led to the discovery of numerous OVs and altered materials by allowing civilians to call and report their experience with the paranatural. In fact, American Overnight alerted the Bureau of Redacted and Redacted in its first year of operation alone. In this report, the investigation sector has catalogued and categorized each episode of America Overnight that has resulted in a successful Bureau investigation in order to help of occurrence analysis. The more redacted results of Night Springs have also been catalogued in a separate report. Refer to file redacted for full report. Oh yeah, that's hard to read for me. Anyway, what is this thing then?
So how's it looking out there?
Oh, now I know. Jukebox token. We're gonna deal with that later on. For now, we are gonna go here and talk to Emily Pope. Or actually, there are some documents here as well. Timeline events. Let's see. Analysis of his threat IV. That we're gonna read later on then. We're gonna read the second and third first. This is gonna be fun to read. Part 2 first. Confidential. Summary. Researchers were sent to transcribe their recursive chant repeated by the his entities. In the interview of safety, this was done, or interest of safety, this was done with the non-aggressive floating his entities. However, no distinction between the repeating phrase and the one repeated by the more violent his entities has been observed. What is the purpose of this repeating string of words? Is this how these corrupt individuals? Does the chant produce a physical effect? Is it a message, an incantation? We were able to record first-hand recitation of the chanting. See the corresponding audio record. A research file redacted for full report. Oh, God damn it, I need to drink a bit. Just a moment. Having so much to read that my throat gets a bit dry, you know. Anyway, part 3. Confidential. Summary. If we understand the his to be the force, be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed upon term for their what? Okay, term for their vocalizations, is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be differences in the incantation were recited in a different language? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word attribute to you want to listen. You want to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. God damn it. Apologies. Yeah, are we the you the his are referring to? Does the his believe humanity, possibly all non-his life, wants to join it? To be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used words are through and time. Is this possibly the his stating how they arrived here, or an indication of its age? There is clear intention in the words, dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommended, is beyond idiotic. Refer to file redacted for full report. And a bit more reading. Part 4. Summary. The examination to examine the invasion timeline of events for possible patterns in his behavior. Establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of the lack of reliable communications between bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate ground zero of the invasion to locate within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpoint the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help to answer: how did the his get past the internal lockdown? How does his resonance advance through space, deliberately or uniformly? What is their ultimate goal? The outside world, a cross-dimension destination? Refer to file redacted for full report. Okay, so do we have anything else? I don't wanna read anymore, but I'm gonna read it since I've started doing this. Okay, no, there is no more. Good. So let's talk to Bob then. Finally. I'm sorry for it taking so long, but I want to get these things done and out of the way.
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know. He's clearly been affected by the hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him. My brother. Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Okay, so we can finally get to meet our brother. Speak with Dylan on the upper level. Here we go, on this room here. As I told you guys that we could soon enter it, and now we can.
You are a worm through time. The thunder's hum distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been a new you. You want us to control. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's hum distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye.
Okay, and here is Dylan. Interestingly enough, he's a bit of insane, apparently. Or he's able to be in control of it, at least in some level, considering that he walked to here. Anyway, let's talk to him before we end the part. But before that, leave a like and subscribe and share this video if you can. Anyway, let's go.
You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's hum distorts you.
That's Dylan.
White pearls,
Can
but
you hear
yellow
me?
and red in the eye.
Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here.
By the door.
I found you.
The surface into the wet. You've always been a new you. You want us to control.
Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better.
Push the fingers through the surface and into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be
that?
true.
Please. Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only truth. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orangeville.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years.
After the song, time for applause. We build you till nothing remains. The egg cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into. Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself. I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
Okay, that is interesting. So Dylan actually can see Polaris, and we now have level 6 as well access. I will be going through some level 6 doors that I find on my way, if I can. If it's a secret or something, I'll show it to you guys as well, but probably not. We'll see. Anyway, the next mission we will be doing will be the old growth. And also, we're about to end this part soon, but let's talk to him a bit more.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here. Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start. Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary, before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up.
Oh, there we go.
Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird?
I do.
I find that weird.
Sure. What the hell was that?
There is an actual theory about this. That the projector actually separated Jesse and Dylan. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's a theory that I've heard, at least. And it is quite interesting. And the fact that he actually got rid of his, whatever, Polaris. Saying that Polaris is lying or something. Or using you. Anyway. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'm gonna be ending this part in a moment, so thank you for watching, and leave a like, subscribe, and share this video. And I'll be back later with more Control. So, I'm out. See ya! Bye!